Imagine that you have made the perfect light as a feather birthday cake with luscious icing for a special event, only to discover once you get there that everyone attending is on a gluten-free diet. Nobody wants it and nobody eats it. Well, the same thing can happen to the pages of your online business, especially if you are relying on the search engines for free traffic. Did you know that if your page doesn't match what the search engines believe that it should be about, then really you have little chance of being found? It's an element of building an online business called search intent. Hello, I'm Paul Buckingham, roving ambassador for SoloBuilder. I'll be looking at how search intent works right after this. Not understanding the concept of search intent is one of the pitfalls of not having a rock-solid education like that provided by the Action Guide and SoloBuilder. The SoloBuilder Action Guide is a self-paced 10-part program that guides you through all the critical steps that you need to follow in order to build a strong foundation for your online business. Search intent is just one part of the puzzle. And without you knowing the whole story, your internet dream can become a nightmare, falling way short of the real potential that your passion and ideas will bring to your new business. Here's how search intent works. Let's imagine that you've identified a keyword using SoloBuilder's Brainstormer tools. It has enough demand and not too much supply. On the surface, it looks like it can be well monetized. I'm going to pick life coaching jobs as an example. The plan is you're going to write a page about the types of full and part-time career opportunities that exist working with medium to large businesses. The SoloBuilder Action Guide will tell you to run this process first before you start writing the page. Open your preferred browser in private mode. Some browsers might call it incognito, and enter, to stay with our example, life coaching jobs. Oops! As you can see, Google is delivering a completely different type of result. It's providing a list of job search tools. These job finder sites will push your page way down the search engine results, limiting your chance to win, in fact almost obliterating it, and certainly limiting your chance to make money from it. You would be better served to use a different keyword for that page content. The SoloBuilder Brainstormer tool would enable you to do this very quickly and easily. It may not look quite as strong with the numbers, but you'll have a better chance of winning it and of making money from it. You will save yourself a whole lot of work and frustration before you start writing your page if you do a full search intent test. Otherwise, like our cake maker, you may turn up and have a very, very disappointing party. I mentioned earlier that not knowing the whole story can dramatically affect the potential of your online business. SoloBuilder provides a rock-solid education and technical platform for independent would-be entrepreneurs. Once they know the whole story about building an online business, everything changes. What once was complex becomes simple. What once was frustrating becomes rewarding. What meant no traffic and no income becomes a cornerstone of financial stability well into the future. A standout example of this type of experience is Richard Bergman. Joining SoloBuilder in 2004 after a disastrous learning experience with a $15,000 website created by a webmaster, he has since gone on to build a multi-million-dollar business using the SoloBuilder platform, selling his own building products.
So, you go to GoDaddy and you're just going to get a website for $9.99 or something like that. If you haven't done this kind of research, you're spending as much time building this massive entity that is pointing off nowhere, as opposed to spending that same time and pointing it right on the money. So that, if anyone's listening to this, I would say that's really important. Make sure it takes as much time to build something that's going to be a loser as it is to be a winner. So focus on the target and then Just follow that plan and you will end up with something that's functional, that is a foundation that you can build upon. You can build a wonderful, huge, organization upon that basic structure.
Now, doesn't that seem to be a much more practical approach if you want to build a financially successful online business? Keep watching this series to discover more great ideas and ways that SoloBuilder can help you build your own online experience. Coming up next is taking the luck and chance out of making money. After all, isn't this why you're building an online presence in the first place? To stay in touch, just hit the subscribe button below this video, and then, once you have, the little bell that appears immediately afterwards. That way, you'll be able to stay in touch and we'll be able to let you know when the next video in the series is ready. Thank you for watching.